Hello everyone and welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. Today's video I'm here to give you 5 things which I believe we learned from the game against Preston North End. But before I do, please drop a like on today's video. Honestly guys, the support I've received over the last couple of videos have been absolutely amazing, and it all comes down to you guys liking, commenting, subscribing. My channel has never performed like it has done ever since I started over the last month. I think the daily uploads have helped, but honestly guys, even a single comment, it does a lot. It does wonders for the channel. So the more comments we get, the more likes we get, it just pushes the videos out further to a new audience. So please keep doing it guys, it helps me grow, it motivates me to do more stuff. So continue to keep supporting the channel, much appreciated. So here are the 5 things which I believe we learned from the game against Preston, where we lost 1-0 away from home. Number 1, Mark McGuinness. I thought he was brilliant. I thought he really was good. He was one of the few standouts from the defeat. For someone who's not been with us long, I thought he literally came into the team extremely well, like just embedded himself within that defence. I thought he led the defence quite well. I didn't think we could do much for the goal. I didn't think he could do much for the goal. There were the other players who were surrounding the goal scorer, Will Keane, at the time. I felt like they probably should have been tracking that player a lot better. I know Mark McGuinness was trying to stop the cross. Maybe he could have done a little bit better there. But I thought overall his performance was really good. I thought his passing ability, considering he's a big man and we were told he isn't the best with the ball at his feet, I thought it was quite good. And I also thought he made some really good blocks, some really good tackles. There was just one moment where Preston were clean for on goal and he got in a last ditch tackle to stop, which could have been a potential goal to make it 2-0 for Preston at the time. So I thought overall his performance was really good, and considering he hasn't been with us for long, I thought it was quite a good performance, and I feel like he will just continue to develop and improve as the season goes on. I do think that will happen with every player, but with him especially, I'm really got good high hopes for him for the future, especially after what I saw against Preston. Number 2, I feel like Chio at right wing back is not the answer. I feel like we are not using him to his strengths. I feel like I've mentioned Chio in the last video I did of this. I don't think we're utilising him well. I feel like he's a little bit more cautious playing as a right wing back, just in case he loses the ball if he gets tackled, because he is an attacking player. Attacking players take risks, they try to take on players to create opportunities, and with him he's got that pace. I don't know if it's because he's playing as a right wing back, he's a little bit too cautious in trying to take on a player, because if he doesn't win or get past the player, and say for example the other team win the ball back off him, they could easily counter, and because he's pushed further upfield, there's a lot of space in behind. Maybe he's just a little bit cautious about not attacking too much. For me, we're just taking away his biggest strength. He's one of the fastest players in the Championship. We should be using that pace, but we're not. You know, so many times against Preston, he had one-on-one opportunities with the defender, and I just felt like he just didn't use it. Also, his end product massively needs to improve. So many times he got into these spaces and he just did not do anything with the ball. Really poor end product from him. It has to get better. I know it's at the start of the season, but we're not one of the underdogs now. We are a team that is expected to be up there, so we need to start acting like it. And final product is something we definitely need to get better at, and I was very vocal on that in my match reaction. But with Ogbeni, I do think he needs to improve, especially with his end product, because I've noticed that over the course of the first 3 games. Number 3, our strikers. It's a slow start. I think last season, someone mentioned it in the comments, I think it's Peter, so shout out to Peter, who always comments on my videos. He mentioned that Morris didn't score his first goal for Luton until the game against Swansea, and then that was the last time we were in the Championship. And then Elijah, it took him a while to start scoring, but then he hit that goal scoring run of form. These 2 strikers in particular need to find the net soon, because for me as well, when they work together at the moment, it's just they're too spread far apart. I don't like how they both go out wide. I know Morris is kind of playing like as a wide forward, which doesn't really make sense. I feel like he should be a little bit closer to Elijah. I don't think the system works at the moment with the 3 attackers. So Chong has been playing on the left with with Elijah in the centre and Morris out wide. Morris really, when I look at him, isn't really a wide player. So we either need to change the front 3 to a 2, and Morris and Elijah can be together, or you drop Elijah or you drop Morris and you play an actual wide player. I think we're going to change soon. I think we are going to realistically go with a 2-man up top with a number 10 sitting in behind. I do think that's going to happen. I can see Chong doing that. I don't understand why we just don't allow Chong to do that and give him like a freedom role. Allow Chong to go out left, go in the centre and go out wide. I feel like that would be the ideal scenario here, and it would allow Chong to just have that freedom role, pick up the ball in those spaces in behind the back line or in between the lines and do what he does best, running at teams, causing problems. And then Morris and Elijah could obviously run into space, could hold the ball up, could do whatever they need to do, could link up play, be in the box where they're going to score a goal. Because right now, they've had opportunities, don't get me wrong, and they should have done better with their opportunities, but right now those two are not working together, and we need them to start working together. But maybe pre-season, we noticed that those two they weren't firing in pre-season. It was a few penalties. Okay, great, but we need these two players to get a goal, because once they do get the goal, then the form starts coming in for a striker. But the longer it takes, the worse it gets. So that's number 3. Number 4, the system. The system for me, I know a lot of people are talking about it. Like I've already mentioned briefly there, that I feel like the attacking side of things needs to be switched around a little bit. But overall, the 2-man in midfield, I think it's been very highly vocal from supporters about that, how it doesn't work, and it hasn't worked for a very long time. Against Preston, we created loads of opportunities. We got into those attacking areas quite easily. It was more personnel-wise, which wasn't working for us. Edwards can't put the ball in the back of the net. However, if he creates a system that allows us to be creative and deliver opportunities, then it's on the players to score them. If you have 17 attempts at goal and you only have 4 on target, whatever the stat was, that's on the players. That isn't on Edwards, that's on the players. The players have to do better in front of goal. Like I say, Edwards does not put the ball in the back of the net. Defensively, we were quite good against Preston. I thought we dealt with them quite easily and they looked really poor. But we got in these attacking areas and we just did not take advantage. We've got to be better. Final product has got to be better. And Edwards mentioned that after the game, and I do agree with him. You know, we're taking that extra touch when we don't need to take that extra touch. Can we just get a shot off quicker? Why are we overthinking stuff? That's something we need to stop doing. So, for me, the system can work, and I do think it's going to work. But it's probably going to take a couple of weeks, maybe until the international break, until we actually start seeing things, patterns of play working and start picking up really good positive results. But yeah, it's gonna take a while. And then the 5th thing, which I believe we learned from the game against Preston, is we need to stop relying on Alfie every single set piece for him to take. I want to switch it up. I want to be a team that isn't just one dimension. If Alfie can't do it, if it's only Alfie, we've got nothing else. There's some players in this team, like Baptiste, who I believe can put in a decent ball into the box. I think he has the technical and quality to do that. So I would like us to change it up a little bit, because Alfie, some of the deliveries were poor, and I feel like when your plan B, because I feel like set pieces are a plan B, if they're not working, or we're not getting close, then we need to change it up a little bit. And I've been very vocal. I've been vocal on set pieces for years now. Now, we are very good at it, so it's quite weird for me to criticise that and, give negative feedback on it. But it's not always going to work. And I don't want to keep seeing the same person taking a corner or taking a free kick if he ain't beating the first man. on a consistent basis. You know, I think you need to spice it up a little bit, change it about. Can you do something different? Can you go short? Can you go longer? Like, do something different with a different personnel doing it. That's the question which I want to ask. Can we be a bit different? But overall, yeah, we are great at set pieces, but I just want someone different. But yeah, those are my 5 things which I believe we've learnt from the game against Preston. We can't dwell on the defeat too much because we've got a cup game on Tuesday and then we've got another game on Friday. So the games are coming at us quick and fast. I feel like we've got to probably rotate quite heavily for the Tuesday game against QPR in the cup. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to watch it. And yeah, fingers crossed, you know, we can pick up a win soon. Even a win in the cup, I feel like that would do, it would boost morale within the group of players. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, like I've said at the start. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next video.